shit get hot, you better check it in.
Big bro, everybody scream protect the brand. When the brand get protected, everybody want to be mad. This would come with it.
And I got one more other thing I want to say, and that I know y'all didn't have no beef
At all.
and you had just was talking to him.
Come on.
Yeah, so I mean that's it. The fact that it wasn't no smoke.
At all.
In hearing your story, kind of tell us how you came up.
See, big bro, one thing about me, like, I ain't really got no shame, like, to tell my story, cause I don't care. You feel me? Everything don't be glitter and gold. Even once you successful, everything ain't good. Really, nothing good. You feel me? Period. Not even the money, because what come with all this stuff, it ain't no happiness. You feel me? But like, big bro, like, I really grew up way worse than anybody will ever think. Like, my mama been she got her life together now, and I love my mama, not talking bad about her or nothing, but she would come right in and talk about it like, big bro, like, I was born a crack baby.
Right.
You feel me? Like, my mama smoked crack, like, till probably I was like, probably about 15. You feel me? And I've been in juvenile, in and out juvenile my life, and before that, I was adopted. Because when I was little, my mama and daddy had a little fight or whatever like that. I can't really tell you what happened because I ain't 1 year old. I don't know what happened. When I was little, I used to take stories and run with it and just tell people. But now that I'm grown, I know that I don't really know what happened. But all I know is I got burned. I still got the burn on my leg to this day from like my upper hip to my knee. You feel me? I had a big burn, like big old burn on my leg. Looked like somebody, it's from an iron that you iron clothes with.
Right.
And back in the days, the irons was a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
like in 2001 and stuff. And it looked like somebody just set an iron on me like they was abusing me, which it wasn't that. You feel me? But I had got adopted, and I've been in and out of foster homes, you feel me, all my life, like all my life. Until I was about, you feel me, about 7, 8, then I got adopted. And me and my blood brother, they kept us together, you feel me? But I always had this mindset, like I always had my own mind, like, man, I ain't listening to this. Like, I always knew that wasn't my people.
Right.
You feel me? So I didn't really have the listen in me to listen to them. So I always went out and did my own thing. You feel me? That when I got with hood, you feel me, and stuff like that. That was my people. You feel me? Then I felt like this my foes.
Yeah,
you feel me? And I got a couple of them with me right now, like who I was in the streets with and stuff. I've been in and out of juvenile and stuff like that. Like, I really got, man, if you really knew my full situation, like, I probably do a lot of bad, dumb stuff and y'all like that. I probably say a lot of dumb stuff, and a lot of people probably see me on the internet, but that ain't nothing to judge nobody off of. You feel me? Because everybody do stuff in their life. You feel me? But if somebody really knew where I came from, they'll really have more understanding. I say this all the time, because I'm real heavy, like, on cripping, period. I'm gonna do that to the day I die. Sometimes I ask the Lord, when I be asking the Lord for forgiveness, first thing pop up in my head is, boy, I can't stop being no crook, though. You feel me? That's the first thing pop up in my head. Like, that's just something, you feel me? But look, though, man, I tell my folks this all the time, even little homies, cause I don't feel like I'm no big homie or nothing, but when I be seeing little crook niggas like in my hometown, I always tell them, like, cuz, you don't have to be a killer to be a crook. You don't have to be no shooter to be no crook. You ain't gotta be no jack boy to be no crook. You could be a dentist and be a crook. You just a crook nigga that's a dentist.
Check it in.
What I'm saying is, I'm an older brother, he's a younger brother. Him and all of them. Disagree with me all you want to, that's okay. But when you talk about me, make sure you do your homework. Make sure you know where I'm coming from, because I've been fighting this fight. I've been in these battles. I'm on the air all the time when we talking about black coaches or the lack of black coaches and stuff like that. You think that endears me to white folks? You think they're going to be happy with me for constantly bringing that up? You think they don't want to alienate and ostracize me? I say bump it. I don't give a damn. It's the truth. It's right. And this is what I'm going to do. And can't find black players that stand up and go like this, Stephen A. Wright. Yeah. And they got hundreds of millions now. But you scared to speak up, or you don't care because you don't like me. I saw players during the riots and protests and all of this stuff. Man, they were coming up with docu-series and stuff like this, highlighting the Tulsa riots, highlighting stuff that went on in the 60s, pre-civil rights, post-civil rights. I asked them to come on the air to talk about just that. Nothing else. No basketball, no football, no nothing. Let's talk about that. Oh, you didn't like what I said about your game, and so you don't want to come on. Really? You got to understand that at some point in time, and I know you get it, I get it, but at some point in time, it's about realizing certain things bigger than you. I might not like what you have to say, but if the agenda is aligned and we're trying to accomplish a bigger goal, then guess what? I ain't worried about it.
I think when you're talking about young people and you're talking about people who are growing, it's a step they have to, it's steps they make.
I agree.
And then, you know what I mean? Because like, before you got to where you were, you experienced a lot of things.
Right.
Hiring and firing.
Right.
And growing. And a lot of these babies, or these youngsters, I don't want to call this baby, but a lot of these youngsters are going through things that are letting them grow into it. A lot of them are just now starting to see where they're getting their voice. And LeBron, to me, is leading that.
Yes, he is.
And he is what Michael Jordan, people were asking Jordan to be at that time.
But it was a different time.
Yeah, it was definitely a different
And Jordan
time.
couldn't get away. Jordan couldn't get away with what LeBron could get away with now.
I don't know about that, but he could have spoken a little more.
No, you could say.
I'm not even saying that.
I know. Yeah, but I'm just saying. What he does behind the scenes for black folks, it might not have been that apparent in front of the camera, but because he did it, it allowed them to be more receptive to Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, and everybody in between.
And what I'm saying, because see, LeBron is such an example, and because he's so big and respected, he has given them voice.
Yeah.
Because when I was talking to one of the kids, I was saying that you guys didn't speak up when football was speaking up. You guys were silent. So now it's your turn, because the fight has landed in y'all steps. So
that's what you were saying to the basketball players?
That's what I was saying.
Well, let me tell you this.
I was talking to
let me tell you this. They should have never, ever have allowed the football players to go out front and center. You know why?
Because they don't get no money.
Because your money's guaranteed, not theirs.
Exactly.
Ain't no football. You got football players that's telling you all the time, listen, you take away the top 20 players, how much football players getting? You understand?
About 200, 300,000.
The reality is that you put them, you left them out there. To whom much is given, much is required. That's like me. I got brothers like the Sports Brothers in Miami that's up and coming, along with cats that's in the industry that's up and coming. That's like me telling them, y'all go speak.
Right.
I'm going to be quiet. No. I'm Stephen A. I got this platform. It's my job to be front and center.
I had the same conversation.
You see, it's my job to be front and center. But while I'm being front and center, it ain't about me just going out there gung-ho and being stupid. I got to be cerebral in my approach. I got to understand that there's certain things that need to come from me. There's certain things that need to come from somebody else.
Exactly.
There's certain times that I need to say this. There's certain times that I need to scale it back because I got a bigger battle coming down the pike. And I want to make sure I'm heard on this and I don't dilute my message by having an argument that's of this importance when I know in about a week I'm going to have an argument that's this important.
Check it in.
Who was actually the first one out of y'all to actually get in with Slime? How did y'all get in with True? True was the first one.
True. Called us.
Yeah, he used to be
called me and Nietzsche and said, Slime doing the video over here in the hood. Y'all come down here and make sure you good. You know?
Let me add to that. I happened to be in New York with the artist, I can't remember his name, but it was the same day of Troop's father's funeral.
Right.
And at that point, like a couple of months leading up to that, Troop had really started fucking around with Thug and Baby and all them dudes. You know, they was doing what they do.
That's part of the law.
Right, exactly. What's cousin name? Rico. and he
Is
called
Rico
me.
the rapper?
Rico had the song. If you
Yeah,
ain't got
rapper,
no,
he had the
if you ain't got
studio
no
too.
haters, you ain't crack. You ain't
Yeah,
pop.
he had the song, but he on the studio too.
Yeah.
So
So
we recorded.
True called me. I was in New York. He said, "Hey man, Thug over here. We doing a repass at my mama's house. Man, call Michi in there because he would never call Nietzsche. He called Michi in there and tell him to come over there. And it was kind of awkward because everybody knew what Thug get down, and the homies from Shady Park was really 100% Shady Park on their shit. And they was like, "You sure?" You sure, bro? I was like, "Man, go over there and fuck with Truth, woo. And next thing I know, here we are. Look at this motherfucker.
But see, what was so crazy is we was going through our shit right then and there, where it was like the hood
It
one.
was kind of like, yeah.
So we didn't pull up like how we could pull up. Like it wasn't 30 of us. It was goddamn 5 of us. So goddamn really it gave like Slime could really see who pulled up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus the when it was just cause how the pull up was, it was different. That's how we even started rocking with Troop more. Nigga. Like we was really on hood. Like we didn't really go to old Nettie.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like the you and the blue really what made our side come together. You and Unc for sure.
Right.
Because he was here. But like, you know what I'm saying? Just like how we make that side, that's really how we started. You getting your Shady Park, going to Old Neck, they going to Hillendale. Like it wasn't none of that. That blue brought that shit together. So that's how we ended up getting with Troop, because Troop had all that net.
Right.
You ain't going on that net and I said, So was on that, hey, you know how he is, that's how he is. Come in.
Yeah.
That's what he was built up on.
Oh my God.
That's so
Ain't
when
no
we
big
got with
eyes
that.
or Lil Hughes. That's
How he was.
Lil Hughes. He wanted love.
That's how he became out like and big homie, because it was like he was like, oh yeah, what's going on? What come up?
Cause I thought
Yes, y'all
Duke was
good.
the first one.
Duke was, because Duke used to run with the other with
Which one?
nipping them back before.
2010.
Duke
Early.
Duke for sure. First.
No, I thought Duke was the first one with Slime.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what okay.
For sure.
Cause you was the
But
first
he didn't
one
come with us though.
who
Like,
did a deal with him.
Yeah. But I'm like the first artist over there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I was
But they
asking.
didn't know each other.
we ain't know like we ain't know
I
like
met him
that.
through Troop.
Right.
Troop pulled up to the studio. They were gambling when they went everybody over
Yeah,
there.
you
They
going
were
down
gambling
to
in the
Mitchell
studio.
Palace?
Yeah, and the next day, that when the funeral was. Man, we woke up late at the house. We were like, man, we got to go to the south. Like,
So
we got
how
to
does
do
this
something
work?
too.
So how does this work? After you meet Slime, because I know Slime was already across color lines. He wasn't never really on that because him and as I always heard about him and Pee Wee. He was
Right.
long way. So and from what I seen and from what I knew of him, I always knew he had a feeling and a connection to the land because he was partners with Pee Wee, or at least that's what I heard.
It was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I always wanted to meet him because I felt like he was one of them strong young cats who was already on some positive shit.
Check it in.
Great championships. The man I love, man, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bean Bryant, man. Y'all was the coldest team ever, but everything got an end.
I think people thought it was more about me and him. Had nothing to do with me and him. I was older. He was coming up. They wanted to give him more money. They wanted to give me less money. I can't have that happen. 'Cause if I have that happen, it means I relinquish control.
Right.
I wasn't ready to relinquish control yet. So, I got family, I got wife, I got kids, I got one to take care of. So, they wanted to do something different. And it's business.
Mm-hmm.
See, growing up in the military, every 4 years we doing something different. So I was programmed not to love it that much. So let's just say in LA I had 2 tenures. So I was there 8 years.
Right.
And then after the 8 year, my tenure is up as a soldier. You go do something else.
Right. Time to move on.
But people try to make it more about me and him. That probably was my fault because I'm the master of marketing. So whenever he says something, I say something, people are going to talk about it. And what that did was that made y'all watch us.
Mm-hmm.
Knew exactly what I was doing. But if you go back and look at it, after we won the first championship, who's the first guy to jump in my arms?
Mr. Brown.
Second, same thing. Second championship, third championship. So, if I had it all over if I had it all over again, what would I do different? The answer was nothing.
CHECC'N IN.
I gotta move on with these questions. I got another question for you, right? Because the show is checking in. Being that you from South Central, you from LA, all right, and it's a strong gang culture. And how do you move in LA? Like, how does it move with the checking in? Because you got a lot of dudes who come from other places, and do they check in with you? How do you approach the checking in? Because you in LA, it's the epicenter. A lot of us, we don't even have to leave the West Coast to be successful. We don't have to go to certain places in those cities because we got the whole West Coast. We got Frisco, San Diego, Vegas, all that's home to us. But you got different crip sets, different blood sets, different. How does OT maneuver in LA and dealing with the different gangs and the different gangs that don't get along, that may not get along with you? And then how does OT look at dudes who come to LA? Do you believe in the checking in process?
Well, first and foremost, I do believe in the checking in process. And see, some people look at it like, yo, y'all just want to bully, y'all just want to this, y'all want to. It ain't that. It's that where we come from, it's a lot of hungry. When I say hungry niggas out here. Hungry. And if I look at you, or I look at you as an associate or a buddy or a friend or somebody that's cool, I suggest you do that, because let me tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna move around here, it's like a couple niggas have. I told a couple niggas, I said, look, even if I'm not with you every day, put a plug in my ear. As soon as something happened to a nigga, a nigga they wait till something happens to hit you. I don't want to talk to you no more.
Exactly.
Because I told you, use on more, everything gonna be nice. But I mean, it ain't gonna be like that when niggas come to play.
Exactly.
When them niggas come to play, it's nothing gonna be nice. And I keep telling you, you gonna move, you gonna do whatever you do. Yes, do whatever you do. But it's only gonna last so long before them vultures come over here.
Right.
You feel me? And them vultures is locked in with niggas that they know, they care about, they fuck with, they got respect for, shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I go to a city and I'm moving around the city or whatever, I'm not saying, you know what, I'm a bitch or I'm a this, or I'm a whoop. If I'm moving around and I want to move around freely like the nigga that I am, I might lock in with a couple niggas and I'm gonna move around how we move around.
Exactly.
That's just how we gonna move around.
Exactly.
And you wanna come here,
and now
and then wait till something happen? I
Right.
don't wanna talk to you. Don't call me. Cause I told you. You think it's a game. But you know what it is. Niggas have egos.
Right.
And egos make niggas be like, man, what? Man, them niggas talking about what? Man, I wish a nigga would. Yeah. So the right amount of niggas is on you. Man, we don't care. Ain't no none of that. That security, ain't no none of that. They duck
None
too.
of that.
They duck too. I saw it. They duck too. So, but as far as me, you know what I mean? Talking as far as OT go, when I move around, I stay solid. And you know what I mean? Lock in with the niggas that I lock in with. You know what I'm saying? And respect those who respect me, and I don't disrespect, and I keep my distance, keep it solid.
CHECC'N IN.
So I got a question. R. Kelly, man.
He's a weirdo. Always been a weirdo. Fuck R. Kelly. R. Kelly is the worst kind of person because not fuck a pedophile. I don't fuck with nothing. Being on SVU all these years. You know what the definition of a pedophile is? It's someone who likes prepubescent kids. And you want things before puberty. That's a pedophile. Then you have a child molester. But the thing of it is, it's like, this what makes me really have a problem with R. Kelly. The nigga had every bitch in the world. He had every grown woman in the world. This is going to be on Worldstar. I know your type of sound clips, you motherfuckers. But he had access to every fucking woman in the world, but he chooses kids. I don't get it.
I think I had read something. I was gone his whole career.
Yeah.
And but I think he was because he was mentally. They said he was abused too, so he was mentally disturbed though.
I don't make excuses for weirdos.
No, I ain't making no excuses.
I just think that he married Aaliyah. She was 16. That was a big sign. That was a sign. And then now as the shit starts to unfold, I mean, I don't like throwing dirt on niggas, but I have no problem throwing dirt on pedophiles and weirdos. Even on Law and Order, I play a cop that chases rapists and pedophiles. Right. That's why I can get my head around playing that role because they don't even like them in prison. You know what I'm saying? They don't.
So you ain't comfortable in there.
Nah, so I got too many niggas I gotta hold down. Real niggas that I should be holding they back and they got people on them. I'm like, no, fuck that. That's my nigga. Kelly, man, that nigga's a weirdo, man. And I don't understand it. Why? I mean, all the women that loved him throw pennies at the stage, grown ass bad bitches, and you want to fuck with children, man. I don't.
But how about the motherfuckers who know it though?
Yeah, those are called enablers.
Yeah.
That's some corny shit too. Cause if I'm around one of my homies and the niggas doing some wild shit, I'm checking it.
Exactly.
I always said Michael Jackson's brothers should have checked him, but they was getting paid. See, when niggas getting paid, they turn another cheek. If I was one of Michael Jackson's brothers, I'd be like, yo, Mike, all these kids and these, this Peter Pan shit, man, about to knock you the fuck out. And my nigga like, what's up with that, man? And I expect
Mike, man.
I expect anyone that's out of pocket
to check it in.
So, in the beginning of my navigation through the West Coast, it was a Crip. I don't really want to say his name because I don't know if you want people to know.
Oh, we just talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, he'll love that.
Posey, my man Posey, man. Shouts to Posey. I haven't seen Posey in a minute, but Posey was the Crip that took the risk on taking me around to all the blood neighborhoods and introducing me to all the real rights that I needed to know in order for me to be moving around on the West Side the way I would like to. Game ended up coming outside later on, and we end up. I forgot what Parker was. We did try to start to do the Certified Gangster video. And before we get out there, I kept needing different things, and everybody kept telling me I got to speak to Wacko. Like I needed Lolos. They like, yo, you got to speak to Wacko. I need this. They like, you got to speak to Wacko. They like, I don't know, you got to speak to Wacko. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's Wacko? So like I was telling you, I was like, fuck it, where's Wacko? They introduced me to Wacko. Wacko mad strong with it from here, like the movies. Hey, what's up, homie? What you need, homie? This my hood, homie. I'm like, ooh, okay, we got the right one. All right, dude. I started building Wacko and shit like that. He's so aggressive and strong through the whole shit. I'm like, damn. In my mind, I'm from the East. I'm like, this shit like Boys in the Hood in real life. My man Snags back there, he clutching the whole time. He don't know what's going on. We outnumbered, two of us. Like, then we start doing the video, then Wacko gets locked up.
Wacko.
Wacko. Let's
brain.
Wacko, get the name. It's Wacko.
To check it in.
Nigga, this part, when I first moved here from the Bronx, I moved with my grandmother. She moved to Fifth Avenue. My cousin Doe lived in this building right here, nigga. I'd be scared to come outside and just come to this building, nigga. That's about less than 100 steps from the avenue. He used to come outside and come get me. And one day he said, I'm not walking you through the projects no more, nigga. You fucking the fuck out. You heard, Tez?
Yeah.
I used to be nervous.
You going straight on this?
You going to the park.
To check it in.
I can do everything. Like when you really write, when your pen really go, you can tell me to write the stupidest shit. All right, that's what we on right now. All right, cool. Cause my pen really go, but they know. They like nobody don't play with me. Like even guys, like people not gonna call me. I tell people they're like, yo, you need to get some features. No girl wants to be in a song with me, especially if she up. She don't want to be in she don't want Remy Ma on her song. You know what's gonna happen. And the same thing goes for guys. A guy don't want to call me to get on a song because he knows what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen, so it's cool. I'm alright with it.
How does Remy Ma, at the height of her career, stay being gangster and end up in prison? How does that happen?
Being around people that wasn't for me, because like what's so crazy about that whole situation. I tell people all the time, like I never took the stand. I never did no interview saying what really happened. Like if we walked out of here right now and I say, yo, with your reputation being however you say it is and how people portray you, yo, Big U, he choked me, he threw me into a wall and this. No one's gonna question it. Police gonna come, they're gonna lock you up. You're gonna have to get a lawyer. You're gonna have to prove that you didn't do that to me.
Mm-hmm.
If all these motherfuckers sitting in here saying, I don't know that's what I saw or that's what happened, and then I get on the stand, I'm like, yeah, that's what happened. Look, I had an officer. She like, I need volunteers to sweep the corridor. So nobody volunteered. She like, at the time, like, I was in my maiden name, so she like, Smith, you do it. Who? Bitch, I got a whole housekeeper at home. I'm not sweeping nothing. She's like, oh, are you disobeying a direct order?
Oh my God.
No, you know that's their favorite charge, disobeying a direct order. Absolutely I am. Bitch, you not going home today telling people that you made Remy Ma sweep the corridor, suck my dick, fill out the paperwork, close my door, keep locking me, do what you want to do. Like, so from the beginning, like, I already seen what they was on. Like, they was trying to make me feel like less than what, like, and I used to have to tell people, like, nigga, this is not me. I don't give a fuck about this green outfit. I don't give a fuck about this DIN number. This is not my life. When I leave here, I'm going to live in a mansion. I'm going to drive nice cars. I'm going to have a bunch of money, and y'all bitches going to still be broke.
Right.
And I fucking told y'all. Now look, because y'all didn't believe me. Y'all said, y'all thought it was over. Now look, still in that Honda, carpooling to work. It's ridiculous.
Check it in.
People might think I'm crazy. But when you talk about Big Pun's first hit, Still Not a Player, that kicked in the doors for us, at the end, we're going Boricua Morena. That means Latino and Black. And so Fat Joe has always looked at it as Latino and Black being the same. Fat Joe has always, some Latinos don't like this, that I'm talking like this. Some Blacks don't like that I'm talking like this. I'm like a fucking mutt. I'm too Black for some Latinos, too Spanish for some Black people. I'm keeping it 100.
Right.
No, some Black people like, what the fuck this? Who he think this? Right, but they don't understand how I grew up. They just don't understand. I've been called a nigga since I was born.
Right.
Joey, my nigga, what's up? Since I was born, bro, with blonde hair and green eyes.
Right.
I don't know no other language. And then when somebody tell me on Twitter, yo, why you? I'm like, yo, you must not fucking understand, man, where I come from, bro.
Right.
Like, y'all bugging out. Like, really, though, really, like, y'all bugging out. It's crazy to me, right? So I go, boom. So we always been on the Latino and Black together, moving forward, this and this and that. And then you got to understand, if we talking real shit, because me and you, I think this ain't been hip-hop. This just been real shit, right? It's like, in every neighborhood you go to, they got the fucked up education, the fucked up school system, the fucked up hospitals, the no benefits, and everything is Black and it's Spanish. Right. And so if we knew how to get together on certain political issues and get together and stand in one, they kill a Mexican, Blacks come out. Come on. Fuck the police, they killed the Mexican. Oh, they killed a Black guy, Mexicans come out.
See, we ain't here in LA. We ain't here in LA, and I think because Blacks really merge with anybody. We really kind of like, even in prison. If you hit a prison yard right now, if you hit a prison, this is just the truth of the matter. If you hit a prison yard and you Black, brother gonna move all around the prison. If it's a Black dude claiming a Mexican gang, we gonna look at it like, okay, that's what we make. But if it's a Mexican or a white boy claiming the Black gang, they in their feelings. Oh, they in their feelings. Like, he got to come with it. Like, we got to tear the yard up every time.
They know the new.
They know. Well, the West Coast is just not going to be, a lot of them is just because of the show, it's like Mano.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to go back and play a lot of shit.
You see, back then was a different time, right? And you understand, I've only been 2 places in my life ever. I've been in the streets and I've been in prison. Right? So when I leave the streets, I've been in prison. When I come from prison, I come back to the streets. I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
I don't understand that the game is a business. And I'm saying to my niggas, all these niggas is fake. We really these niggas. We really these niggas that's really outside with all that action that these niggas are talking about.
Now, what he talking about is, there's a lot of niggas in New York and around the country who he had to reintroduce himself to.
I had to readjust a couple things. But I had to adjust a few things. You understand? But that was what my nature was. That was what I came from. Because I didn't respect the game, understand it was a business. So I was bumping my head a lot. Because every time I'm saying like, hey, you really put your hands on her. Like, you can't? I'm like, you can't. Like,
Right.
they're like, no, they want a real nigga, but they don't want to go that far. And I'm saying, I thought y'all wanted the genuine article. I thought y'all wanted the realest thing. Y'all out here saluting this other shit, and that's just marketing. This is the real thing. But I had to learn the hard way because when I really got in the game and a lot of opportunities was getting closed to me because of my behavior, because of the things that I was involved with. It was like, man, so I had to think about like, damn, like I ain't get blessed with this opportunity just to go backwards.
Yeah, but that's kind of like the fucked up part, because I look at you and a couple of people like my situation. Because what I always look at is like, these niggas can go be gangster, and go be hood, go be whatever they want to be. All the rap songs, all the videos, all the shit. But the minute I walk in the room, oh, he real, he a hood. But ain't you dealing with a nigga that you just gave a check that's supposed to be so that was.
It's different when they know that might come with a level of violence. It's different when they know that somebody might get smacked, or it might be a choking, or it could be a pistol whipping down at the bottom of the steps. It's different when they know that, when they got things to refer to, when they say, oh, I remember when they did such and such. I heard about this and that really happened. It's different when them stories start to stick out because it's like, damn, we don't really want that.
You know what the motherfucker told me before? What? Nigga told me I was sitting at the deal. Me and Dope. This is about a year before my son nip patch. Right? The nigga tell me, well, we scared to give you a deal because what if we want to tell you no? I'm like, nigga, you think I got to be this old to hear no? I'm like, man, so is that how you feel with everybody else? Everybody else you deal with?
Not at all.
You don't tell them more, you want to be able to tell them. No, what if it is you want to do some fuck shit and you feel if you do some fuck shit, it's gonna be
right.
I'm gonna accept you doing the fuck shit too. I don't mind you doing the fuck shit. Just do the fuck shit. Mano don't mind you. You deal with Mano.
Definitely, man. See, I'm smiling.
This nigga more dangerous than me.
And no, I wouldn't say that.
Check it in.
I know the little homie, Cuz took a deal, and he had. Is that true? How they say he took more time?
Oh yeah, so like that shit, like it was weird. It was weird because like you just seeing like how the people wanted to like fuck us over, like cause like alright, boom, like at the time they was offering Bobby like 5 years, and then they was offering me 12 years. They was offering Monte like 10 years. They was offering my other Cody Quino like 18 years. You feel me? So they had everybody split up like all through groups, all through indictment, you feel me? All going to trial different ways, you feel me? So like, why I split this up? That was funny from there. So boom, when the time came down to it, it was just like they seen Bobby was gonna walk away with just 5 years, and we already had 2 years in. So like, he'll do 2 more and be home. So I felt like they just needed like a reason to get more time out of him. So like they was all in a huddle, like just talking, and then I know where they like, yo, listen, we'll give Marshall 7 years. If Bobby will take 7 years instead of 5. And they'll give Monte 7 years, and Quino to the 18, give him 12. No, give him 15. Instead of Monte 7, instead of Monte 10, give him 7. Instead of Monte 12, give me 7. Instead of Bobby 5, give him 7.
So
I'm like, what? My lawyer look at us on some like, his lawyer looking at us. I'm looking like what y'all about to say? Like, what's going on right here? Like, feel me? It must have registered in Bobby's mind so fast, like, oh, nah, that's a sweet deal. And he like, yo, I'm going to take it. So one of my mother, it was like a movie in the courtroom. Like, because like, they kicked everybody out that day. All family, everybody out. Because like, he like, yo, come here. I'm going to take it. Come. He's calling his lawyer. So like, I swear to you not, like, when he like, I'm going to take a look. Because we all like in the days looking at the lawyer. When he said that, it's like, as I'm swinging my head this way, I'm watching everybody's eyes swing this way in that direction. So I look at boy this way. And like his mind so focused, he like, yeah, he like, I'm like, what? So like, everybody like fake, like we all like mad, like our goal was like to get bro home fast so he could like heat up, get back to the music streets, and then he make sure he put on for us. You feel me? Like, this was our goal right now. That's the only thing we got left right now. So when he did that, it was like shocking to all of us. Like, all right, that was a part of the plan type shit. You feel me? But what we gonna say? We just kept our mouth closed. You feel me? He hollered at the lawyer. And they we wanted to sign the papers. So we just went back to the cell. We had some weed, we smoked. Went back to the dorm, to jail. All right, we was in our cell. CLs came and got us, took us up boys to the gym. Clear our minds, shit, brought our codeines down.
Check it in.
Somebody coming home from prison, you have a different glow. You have a glow that looks like purpose.
Alhamdulillah. I mean, a lot of times people don't understand, like, being incarcerated, you know, they got this statement, you know, you could do the time or let the time do you. So I guess maximizing that time to just grow and evolve and make preparations for the return back to society definitely, you know, has created a purpose.
Right.
You know.
That's key in what you said. You said something that being somebody who was formerly incarcerated and coming home to be a better person, you said preparation.
Yeah.
And what was that like? And then, because I don't think the viewers who've never been incarcerated can understand how some people never prepare for freedom.
Absolutely. Yeah, I got this thing I mentioned maybe before about doing a long 2 days. Like, you know, whatever a person do to get incarcerated, and then they come out on the same thing, it's like you did a long 2 days. You know, like the 10, 15, 20 in the middle don't even count because you ain't making any preparations. You was only rehearsing to return the same way you entered. And that's something that's, you know, more consistent and more common, you know what I'm saying, for people who are incarcerated and re-enter society. Then you got some individuals who, you know, really had an impact, a negative impact on society, and they want to rectify those things. So they take that time to try to rectify those matters to the best of their ability and try to, you know, reestablish, you know, themselves and, like the word we use, and prepare to re-enter society and be an asset and not a liability.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of a rarity.
Yeah, it's definitely a rarity.
Yeah.
Check it in.
The
You
dopest thing I ever
talking
heard, I saw this
the
dude.
biggest
he had
fight?
a tattoo on, 60 or something there. I said, you know me, I'll be interviewing. Sir, are you a rolling 60? He was like 6 times 10 with an S on the end. I was like, that's fantastic.
Is my chair breaking?
So
I think. Oh shit!
Oh shit! Get this on film. Hold on.
You're the only one that can pick him up. Come on.
This nigga broke the chair. Hey, hold on. Hey, you can't come in my studio and break the. Hold on.
Oh shit! Come get the camera over here.
Fuck that camera.
Hey, go get right there. Go get him right there, man. Get sit right. Oh, we're gonna bring another one in?
Watch out.
I gotta pay for that. We might want to bring them individual ones.
Yeah, bro.
No, we get this one right here. So it'll match everything. It's director thinking.
Okay,
Yeah, so it never happened.
So it never happened?
I thought he was playing.
I'm like, yo, my shit breaking.
Is my chair breaking?
I'm like,
I
bro,
thought he was bullshit.
this motherfucker breaking.
I was like,
It's the waiter.
I was like, does he got cornflakes in his pocket?
I'm like, wait. You started hitting lifts.
It's the switches. You guys want to line this up however it was?
And we're back.
Hey, what's crazy? This one is higher. This one is a little higher.
I'm like, motherfucker.
So we
No,
get
the
like,
other one started off like this.
we get 45.
I'm sorry. It was too easy. It was too easy. Sorry. My friend. 30 years.
Oh, and we're back.